Hey, long time no see, and welcome back to another pick a card from me. My name is Heather, and this is the Fluffy Oracle. So, with today's pick a card that I'm doing, this one is entitled Where is My Happiness? So, with this one, I've used quite several decks, like another 7 decks, and I'm going to introduce each deck to you guys so that you know which ones I used. I used the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland, which is a favorite of mine for tarot. I use quite a few tarot decks in this one. And timestamps will be down below as usual for your convenience before I get too carried away. And your choices while I'm going through these decks right now are Oscar, my new Spirit Quartz, and some Pyrite that I just got. Okay? So, by all means, please take as much time as you need. If you need to, go ahead and pause the video, and I will continue introducing the decks, and then we will jump right in, okay? So I also used for an Oracle deck that I haven't used yet, because I have quite a lot of decks, like literally almost 200 decks. I kid you not. I love to collect them, and then I have a special one that I'm going to introduce that's kind of funny. That's a collector's item from me that I think you guys might actually like, and I kind of found it randomly on Amazon. So this one is the Crystal Angels from Doreen Virtue. This one has some really pretty cards in it, by the way. It's still fairly new. I think it came out last year, if I'm correct. Then I have the Deviant Moon Tarot. I'm going to warn you, some of the images on these are a little graphic, so if you don't like nudity or anything kind of like stuff like that, just bear with me, and I'm very sorry, but I felt really drawn to using this deck today, okay? And then we have our Angels of Abundance by Doreen Virtue, so that we can get you guys some financial guidance for where your happiness is might lay with financial and career and stuff with that. And then I have a brand new tarot deck that I got that I haven't gotten to break in yet until now. And it's called the Mondays Tarot, which are these top cards with this really cool looking crystal image. And I really like that because it's got some halo on the side. And I like the box design. The box design is really cool too. Like, nice sturdy box. Really pretty. I'm really attracted to the crystals on it. At least for me anyway. So I do hope you enjoy those. These are, the images on them are actually kind of abstract. And that's how the images look for this deck. And then I have another brand new deck that I didn't get to use, even though it's not Halloween anymore, but it's been screaming at me to use it. Like, I've just been dying to use this all week. I've just been really busy with work all week. Because you guys know I have a 9-to-5 job. Well, technically I work 3 to 11, but that's no different. Either way, it's a little, Monday through Friday gig for me. And this one is the Halloween Oracle. I was kind of inspired to get this deck by a fellow reader. I will link his channel below. I think it's James Wicca 13. I'm not 100%, but like I said, I will link his videos, his channel below, because he's a very amazing reader. I really enjoy his readings. He's always spot on for me, even if it's just a general reading. It's very spot on for me, and I really enjoy his pick of cards as well. And he uses this deck quite a lot, which is kind of what's inspired me to use that one. So if he watches this, thanks James, love your videos. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Food Fortunes. This is all about picking out, say you have a hard time picking out what you want to eat, and you have this deck, just bear with me. I know it's kind of funny, and I know you guys probably don't have the deck, but I found it on Amazon just goofing around one time, looking for new decks, perusing what's new and what I do and don't have, because I have so many. And I will do a deck tour soon. Maybe later today, I don't know. I'm actually getting a new phone today, so I will have a new kind of camera, hopefully, by the end of the day. Because my phone that I'm using now to use this, I'm just ready to throw it through a freaking wall, because it keeps dropping my phone calls. But anyways, this deck looks like a tarot deck. This is the back of it. And then these are how the card images, like, how they look. Kind of cool. Maybe I'll do a reading with these later just so you can see how it actually goes. And we'll see what we need to eat later for dinner. And you can join me. They have a little instruction book. And it gives you some spreads. Tells you how to use them. So when I do the reading video with this later on, I will go into detail as to how it's used and how the spreads work. Alrighty? So hopefully by now you guys have picked a pile after all my rambling. I just figured I'd change it up a little bit than my normal jump right in type of thing. Oh, also at the end, as per usual, for some cheeky extra guidance, I actually went through and separated my big Rebel deck because I felt really drawn to do that. Because I wanted to use the couples edition for the ending messages for this video, okay? So if you don't like cursing, and I'm sorry if I do slip up during the reading from being very comfortable with you guys, because I really love and appreciate all the fact that you guys have been liking and subscribing to my videos, and welcome to all my new subbies. Thank you so much for joining me. If you don't like cursing at the end, please remember, skip the ending messages. They are optional. So, without further ado, let's jump in, shall we? So we are going to start with my lovey, Oscar, my favorite. And let's see where your happiness is. So to start off, we are going to start off with the Monday Tarot. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we also have the Hanged Woman in reverse. Instead of the Hanged Man, it's a woman. So with this, I feel like she's like, to me it looks like she's lounging by a pool. Or like on like, kind of like a float in the water, like in the beach. So for me, this, even though it's not seeing things from a different point of, or a higher perspective with this, I feel like it's more of a laid back perspective to obtaining everything it is you need, because I feel like you're happy with where you're at with this Nine of Pentacles, because this Nine of Pentacles speaks to me of having everything already and having your abundance and happiness already. But to me, these cards are telling me, from what I'm mostly feeling, is that you are happy and completely content and relaxed with where you are at right now, even though things could possibly always get better no matter what. And when you say to yourself, things can't possibly get better than this, they generally tend to. For some reason, I know it's kind of an oxymoron to say that with the law of attraction type of thing, but for me, the opposite works like that for some reason. So let's see what else we get. From the Deviant Tarot. Am I saying that right? Yeah, from the Deviant Moon Tarot, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is giving and receiving, and then we have the King of Cups. So with this, I feel like, in retrospect to love, because the King of Cups is kind of like all about being in charge of his emotions and knowing what he does and doesn't want in love, I believe you feel like you have almost like you could receive a little bit more, I feel, because I feel like whoever it is that you're in a relationship with, or that you've been wanting a relationship, I feel like you've been wanting more love to come in for you, and I feel like that's part of where your happiness is needing to improve. I'm not saying that, it's absolute. Just take whatever resonates and leave the rest if it doesn't, okay? These are just general. So with this, I feel like you could receive a little bit more, and I feel like you are definitely due to receive more. And that whoever it is, if you're in a relationship, I feel like they're being very stingy with themselves, and they should be giving you more than what they have, because I feel like they're keeping something from you. I'm not quite sure what, but I feel like it's more like on the money side, like they keep their financial business to themselves, I feel, so that they don't, I'm trying to explain this the best way I can for what I'm getting, so just bear with me here. I feel like they are very private about their finances because they don't feel comfortable enough with sharing how much they make. And I feel like it's more along the lines of, I don't want to boast and brag because I make more than you, or I make less than you. Because if they make less than you, they kind of feel emasculated a little bit in this relationship. So they give what little they can and hold on to the rest. If that makes sense, for whoever that is out there, that's kind of specific, I know. So, with the Psychic Love Tarot, we have Rebuild, which is the Tower card. So with this, I feel like there needs to be kind of a deconstruction and a releasing so that you guys can rebuild and be... Sorry if you heard me brush the microphone. Kind of like rebuild your relationship together on a sturdier foundation so that things aren't so kept from you, I feel, and so that you can feel a little bit more open in your relationship and aware about things so that things don't, fall apart or crumble or have a tower moment where something drastic happens and it goes, well, he said, she said, or you have this, I have that, you don't give enough, or I don't give enough, or whatever, vice versa, is what I'm feeling with that card. Then we have Sadness and Isolation, which is the Three of Swords. So I feel like if that's happening, or if you recently went through a breakup and you're missing your other half because of this and you're seeking your happiness back for that, then that's why this card is coming up. And I feel like with this, there's been a release, or at least there needs to be a release so that you can enjoy and open up to receive your happiness and heal at this time. Speaking of release, which I had no idea this card was in there, the Death card with release. So with this, I feel like there's definitely a release that needs to be made at this time and that you need to open up more, especially emotionally, I feel, and to express yourself a bit more to your partner. Like, if you want to reconcile with your partner, which I really feel drawn to say that you really want to reconcile with your partner, you need to open up to them and have a little heart-to-heart talk with them and put everything out there, put it all out on the table. Like, it is what it is. This is how I'm feeling. And I really would like to hear from you about how you're feeling so that we can, get this all out in the open and go from there and rebuild your foundation on a stabler foundation. So with the Crystal Angels, we have Dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So with this, I feel like if you walk into this heart-to-heart conversation with an open mind, because I'm really drawn to the spark in her crown chakra area. If you walk into this one with an open mind and are willing to receive and accept whatever it is that your partner has to offer, then it will strengthen your faith within your relationship, and it will also help you to stay strong and to build a stronger relationship with them, I feel. So that way your happiness can flow in more between the two of you. Then we have Unakite, Answered Prayers. All of your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. So with this, for my single folks, I feel like if you're wanting love to come in, your prayers are being heard and answered at this time, or at least soon for you. So that way it's not so one-sided on the relationship end. It's 50-50 is what I'm feeling with this, with these two cards. And I feel like it's definitely a lot of love coming in, because green for me is heart chakra, and that's love for me. Okay, and Unakite is actually a love stone with giving and receiving between couples. If you want, you can look it up, but I've actually had some Unakite. It's a beautiful pink and green stone, but it's all about new love coming in and sharing love and having happiness together in a relationship, and just it's a big love stone, and it's definitely got that love type of energy feeling to it. And I'll see if I can find some, because I have tons of crystals too. And I'll put that in maybe a future video so that you guys can actually see what Unakite actually looks like. So for our abundance, let's see what we have. We have focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Let me try and put that up in a little bit better. Let's see. Where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So with this, I feel like if you put things in order and go step by step and focus on what needs to be done first and what needs to be done second, third, last, whatever, you get the point. It'll help you have a clearer direction and a clearer path for where it is that you want to go right now with your finances and with your love life at home. Then we have let go of guilt. I need to take a drink real quick, sorry. Let go of guilt. When you allow the light to shine brightly, you inspire others to forgive. Yeah, let me not add words in there. You inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from your past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Yes, I added another word in there, but it felt like, it needed to be in there. But anyway, with this, I feel like you've been thinking about something for quite some time right now, and it's been really weighing on your thoughts and your mind. And whatever it is, you need to release this thought because it's kind of becoming a little bit of a blockage for you, which makes it feel like it's that much longer for things to come in, and almost like you're making a decision going back and forth for a choice. So whatever this choice is, focus on some priorities, make a list of pros and cons and weigh it out that way, and to just let it go for a little bit and maybe let divine timing work and the universe work in your favor, and that way you can rest and relax a little bit, and by the time you go back to it, it'll probably come in and happen for you, hopefully. Then we have organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you. Know and plan your next action steps. So with this, it's kind of like what I was saying before with kind of like make a list of how to go about getting things done and prioritizing, and to also helping you to release, get those in focus here, release whatever it is that's burdening you with this choice. And by organizing all of these things in order and prioritizing, it'll help you achieve that success that you've been looking for with finances and career. And last but not least, the Halloween Oracle. We have the Witch, the earthly wearer of the worlds. And then we also have Graveyard, unnecessary fear. So with this, I feel like, I wanted to read these intuitively. I haven't really read too much into the book with these. But I feel like it's more about taking back your power and owning your creativity with this card, because I'm really attracted to her fire and that she's creating with that. And then you have a fear about whatever these new ideas that you're getting for creativity that are coming in for you to try out with figuring out what you want to do with your career. I feel like there's unnecessary fear for it, and that you don't need to worry too much about it, and to just release those fears and to allow things to just flow. Yeah, allow things to flow in, and to be creative with it, and to know that it's the right thing to do, and to just roll with whatever you're intuitively feeling at this time, okay? I really hate reading the books. That's kind of why I'm avoiding doing that, because I would rather go by what I'm getting and what I'm feeling. So for my folks who picked the Spirit Quartz, this is really pretty. It's got more of a amethysty look to it, but it's supposed to be a clear quartz, spirit quartz. But it's, to me, it's an amethyst one because it's got all that purple in it. Although I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up very well. Either way, spirit quartz, cactus quartz. Those are the two names for that type of crystal. So for the Monday tarot, we have Knight of Pentacles, and we have Princess of Cups. So with this, I feel like for the Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest knight in the frickin' deck. So, and the Princess of Cups, she's the Page of Cups. So I feel like there's been some slow messages for coming in for a new relationship, I feel. Because pages are all about newness and love, especially with the cups. And I feel like it's just been a really long cycle to come in for you. And you're wondering, well, how much longer is it going to be? And this dude is just taking his time. There's somebody coming, that's for sure, because it's the Knight of Pentacles and he's looking directly at her in this picture. But he's taking his sweet time, and he's just like, what do I want to do? Which way do I want to go? That type of deal is what I'm getting from these. But let's see what else we got. From the Deviant Oracle, or the Deviant Moon, we have the Chariot, and we have Queen of Cups. So there's definitely going to be some forward movement, but I feel like this person is facing in the opposite direction at this time, rather than towards yourself, I feel. Even though you know fully well what you want in love, and you're ready to offer your cup, but there's going to be forward movement, but you got to kind of like head in the same direction. I feel like it's just opposites attract right now. And it's just going to take a little while longer because of the Knight of Pentacles trying to figure out what it is he really wants to do at this time, or she. And I feel like eventually your guys' cycles will finally come to a meetup, and you'll finally get going in the right direction. Because you're definitely open to offering love. And you're definitely waiting for it too. Because you've got your hand out and ready to receive. So that's a good thing. You're definitely ready to receive your your ships coming in and stuff, because I'm really attracted to this ship right now, and I'm like trying to put it into words. I'm like, so bear with me here. It's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, okay, let's do some reading. I'm not tired. I'm just like trying to gather myself here. So we have with the Lover's Path Tarot, or no, not the Lover's Path. Dang it. Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Whew, sorry, everything fell over. We have Control. So you are in control of this situation with helping things to move forward, I feel. With this Chariot card, it's just you've got to also take the lead, I feel, with this, and be the one to step up and say, hey, for whoever it is that's kind of been like hovering around. I feel like he's been circling around and trying to figure out, do I want to ask her out? Do I not want to ask her out? Or whoever it is. Vice versa. There needs to be someone to take and step up and take some control of this right now. Because there's definitely a lot of choices, because we have daydreams and decisions. So by taking and stepping up and taking control, you're making the choice to take conscious action towards this relationship, and it will actually teach this person, because this is I want to say the Hierophant. Yeah, the Hierophant. With either that or it's, oh my god, I am so sorry. My mind just totally blanked. It's between the Hermit and the Hierophant for this card. And I really don't want to feel like looking, because what I'm getting from this card is not the traditional meaning for it. What I feel like is by stepping up and taking the lead and control of this situation, you'll be teaching the other person and helping them learn to make their own decisions as well. And also be they're a very loyal person, I feel, with this dog, and very intent on listening to you. and very open to learning to get to know you, is what I feel. So what do we get from our abundance cards? We have detox your friendships. So with this, I feel like know your circle is coming through loud and clear with this. And be very aware of who is around you, because I feel like there's a person that's kind of like a Debbie Downer and kind of like an energy vampire, kind of like sucking the life out of you and making you feel like, ugh, why is everything so like draining? And you're tired a lot, I feel, from this. So with the guidance on this card, it says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So that definitely goes along with what I was just saying, that this person who's around you is just, it's sucking the life out of everything. And it can actually affect your finances after a while, because you find yourself giving more than you're actually receiving after a while, both energetically and financially and physically. So we have release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So with this, I feel like whoever this toxic person is, they're very jealous of what you have, and they need to kind of like take a step back, or you can take a step away from them yourself. However it is you feel like it, whatever's necessary to happen. Because I feel like they're very jealous of your success, and it's just draining the life out of it. Because you have to stop and turn and cater to them rather than catering to yourself when it's most needed for yourself. Then we have unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring in blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So whatever it is you're feeling, like these spontaneous ideas that are coming in for things for you to do to, bring in more abundance and whatnot, it's also making you that much smarter, but you need to really listen to your intuition more, I feel, because this card is like purple. So for me, that's intuition. So follow your intuition. It's guiding you in the right direction, because I'm really drawn to this lantern and her kind of feeling like she's drawn towards the moon with guidance. So know that you're being divinely guided in the right direction with these ideas that are coming in with your intuition, okay? And don't be afraid to listen to them. So with the crystal angels, we have jade, wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So with taking time out away from this toxic person that's been hovering around in your life at the moment, I feel like it's definitely necessary to go within and do some self-healing after you've been able to take some time away from them to rest and rejuvenate yourself. And then we have topaz. Forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger, as it is blocking your health and happiness. So with this, I feel like definitely taking some time to yourself and to forgive and release them, as much as you're also forgiving yourself for whatever it is that you've been downing yourself for lately. I feel like a gentle approach is also needed towards yourself, because I feel like you've been in a little bit of a negative funk lately. And some definite self-healing and self-care is really needed at this time, is what I'm feeling drawn to say with these two cards. So for the Halloween Oracle, we have Ghost, Regrets. And then we have Ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. So with this, I feel like... Let's see. With this, I feel like you feel like you're fading. And I feel like if you also take this time to kind of like fade out from this person, like just phase yourself back and pull yourself back, and that way you don't have any regrets later on by pulling away from this person. Know that it's needed at this time, and it's perfectly okay to take and do that. especially if you feel like this person can benefit from doing stuff for themselves for once. And I felt really drawn specifically to say that for somebody. So know that that's okay. Then we have the Ancestors card for the love and legacy of our DNA. So know that you have it within you to do that. It's not a genetic coding thing, but I feel like it's within you. You have it within your personality and the strength to do it within, because you're a solid, strong person, I feel. And you are very wise because you've been around the block and you know what it is that needs to be done. And that's what I'm getting from these cards, okay? So those are your messages. And last but not least, we have the Pyrite. So with the Pyrite messages for the Monday Tarot, we have 10 of Swords, and then we have the Tower in reverse. So whatever this situation is that's happened, because whenever the Tower is in reverse, it's already happened. It's done. It's finished. It's final. Or it's coming. And there is no stopping it. Whatever it is, although I feel like it's come and it's gone and it's happened already, the worst is finally behind you with this 10 of Swords. Because when the 10 of Swords comes in upright, it means the worst is behind you finally. It's finished. It's done. So whoever stabbed you in the back recently and kind of rocked your world and like tore it apart, it's done. It's ready to be released so that you can finally move on and regain that happiness that you've been seeking. And know that it's perfectly okay for you to do so, because the only way to go from here is up. Remember that. So with the Deviant Moon Tarot, we have Wheel of Fortune and we have the Sun. These couldn't be more awesome cards for confirmation of having things to move in your direction finally, because with the Wheel and the Sun, we have things are going in a positive direction for you, because with the Wheel, I keep hearing this too shall pass. So I feel like whatever this drastic situation was is definitely passing finally, and you have some success coming in and some love coming in as well, I feel, with this card, because I'm really attracted to these two people together. They kind of like feel like a man and a woman dancing, or a partnership, like just like a relationship partnership dancing together, finally coming together and being happy. And that things are finally working out in your favor for that. Because whatever this toxic relationship was has finally been defeated and overcome. Yep, what was I just saying? We have the Lovers with this with the Lovers Tarot, or the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Oh my gosh, I am just like totally not with it this morning. Anyways, the Lovers partnership, new love is coming in for sure. This just really confirms it. And then we have Joy and Stability, Four of Swords, or actually no, Four of Wands, excuse me. Joy and Stability, Marriage card. So it's definitely a solid relationship that's finally coming in for you. That's going to bring you a lot of joy and abundance and happiness. And then we have Nine of Cups. This could not get any better. I'm telling you right now, the wishes coming in, whatever this long-awaited wish for a love partner coming in and a divine soulmate is finally happening for you. And it's definitely been a long-awaited process, I feel. And I feel like it's going to be very abundant for you. But just remain open to sharing yourself with this new person coming in, and know that it's perfectly okay. And that they're going to bring you a lot of happiness and stability. And then what do we have for our abundance cards? We have Pay Yourself First. Excuse me. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So with this, I feel like you've been saving yourself for this person for a long time, and it's perfectly okay to do that. And it was a very wise decision on your part to save yourself for whoever this person is. It's been coming in, and gathering yourself back together from this past heartbreak. And then we have bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless and vastness. So with this, I feel like all this self-care that you've been doing was very warranted and much needed for you, so that you can share yourself wholly and completely with this new relationship that's coming in. And you've definitely done a lot of the work to finally pull this in. Then we have no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choice and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, tongue-tied, assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So with this, I feel like you are going to be so happy with this new relationship that you won't have a single complaint, is what I'm getting. Loud and clear. It's just, it's that cut and dry with this one. I'm like, anything else? Nope. Moving on. So we have from the Crystal Angels, we have turquoise, spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So with this, I feel like you are definitely headed in the right direction, and you're on the right path to each other for all this love to come in finally. And then we have Angel Light, spiritual or religious community. Join with like-minded people for friendships and increased spiritual growth. So with this, I feel like this partner is a divine life partner for you and a soulmate. And that you guys have been finally divinely drawn together to come into union, is what I'm getting from these. I know it sounds kind of silly and funny for me to say that, but that's exactly what I'm getting. So with the Halloween Oracle, we have Owl, wise seeing, wise action. So this is confirmation for you heading in the right direction and for following your intuition and your divine guidance that you are receiving. Because owls for me are wisdom. And then I'm looking at the moon as well. And then we have the lamp, remembrance. So with this, I feel like I'm really drawn to the lamp. And for me, that's kind of like lighting the way for your path so that you can see the right direction, see clearly where it is that you needed to go. And this just is, it's a big confirmation, this entire reading, for those who picked Pyrite, that you are headed in the right direction and that you made the right choices for this new love to come in and for you to prosper with this, with your happiness. I know that wasn't a lot to do with financial stuff, but this was predominantly love-based for this one, without a doubt. So, let's get to our Rebel deck cards, shall we? No wonder I was drawn to the couples one. So let's see what cheeky guidance that they have for wherever your happiness is, and what you most need to know at this time to help it come in. So that one. Sorry, I'm a little bit picky about how my things look. Whoop. And what else? One more. I want to see if anything will pop out for the Pyrites. What do they most need to know? That one. For an overall, we'll take the top card. It's not that serious. We have laugh fuckers. Don't let the bullshit make you bitter. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it, but that was funny. So with this, everything is not that serious. A lighthearted approach needs to be taken at this time by everybody for all these messages for your happiness to come in. Less stress, less worry is what I'm hearing. And then we have unplug for the folks who chose Oscar. We have turn it all off. It turns them on. So with this, I feel like with your partner, it's necessary for you to put your phone down, unplug a little bit. Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so guilty of having my phone in my hand constantly, and I know I need to unplug too. So I'm right with you. No joke. No shade. Seriously. So with this, I feel like when you unplug and you rewind, like you unwind with your partner, you're able to relax and connect finally, and a lot better between the two of you. And that spending time with them without, being distracted with anything from outside, it'll bring you guys closer together, and you will be able to have a better time and enjoy their presence a little bit more, and that memory that you are sharing with them at that current time. Then we have, for the Spirit Quartz, we have deal with your drama. Handle excess old hurts and unresolved shit. So with this, I feel like it goes back to releasing all the toxic people in your life. And I feel like if one of them is an ex, they need to be released at this time. And know that it's completely okay to finally release and let go and let them handle their own shit, so that you can handle yourself, and so that you can give yourself the much needed care that you need and move on and bring that happiness and abundance in for you, okay? Then we have, for the Pyrite folks, your reading was awesome, by the way. Congratulations. Sit back and relax. Then we have oral love is in your future. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I can't right now. Oh gosh. My face is like 10 different shades of red right now. Oh Lord. Anyway, sit back and relax. So with this, I feel like, yeah, you've done the hard work. You deserve this, and I can't even. I can't. Really. I can't. I'm like, oh my god. Oral love is in your future. So, becoming intimate finally with your new partner, that's going to be the freaking rock your world of the moment. I feel it's going to be very great. I just needed to put that out there. I'm like, I can't even go there right now. I love you guys. Thank you for bearing with me and for listening to all my hilarious laughter and my little bit of childishness there. Yeah, that was definitely some inner child work to release. But anyways, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and for watching my videos, and for bearing with me on this one. I thank you so much for your love and support, and welcome to all my new subbies once again. Thank you so much for joining our happy little family, and I hope you like it here. Have a blessed one and a great day.